This is a shit. My Ducato is burning oil and water. Coolant, oil levels both going down. The engine is kicking out, or the exhaust is kicking out a load of white smoke. Smells very strongly of oil. Obviously there's water going through there as well because of the colour of it, bright white. Big plumes of steam effectively coming out the exhaust. It kind of dies down after the engine's been running for a little while, so I guess that's where the engine is warming up, the metals expand, it's pinching together. Well, I think it's the head gasket is gone, so it hasn't failed entirely because I can still drive it very, very short distances. So I'm doing my morning commute and my evening commute. I don't actually drive very far at all during the day and the evening during the week. I just thought I'd get this vlog in before I run out of daylight. I've booked it in at a garage tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock Saturday. So I'm going to take it down there. When they book it in, it's probably not going to take just a day to take the top of the engine off. I'll get them to replace other things in there that might need replacing. That is going to be easy while they got it all apart. Timing belt, stick a new one of those in. Hey, why not? If there's any other things in there, new water pump or something, whatever they got to take out to put back in again. If it's something that's wear and tear, it's going to be worth me replacing, I might do it, just get it done. And I'll look at Airbnbs. I've already looked at some and they're affordable and fairly easy and quick to sort out. So I'm kind of looking forward to that, getting some time away from the van. Tomorrow morning I'll update. We'll go for a drive together, shall we? Really kicking out smoke. People behind me are like, go. Red smoke. Oh God. Fucking hell, that looks terrible. Not far now, far. Smells it's really smoky. Come on. Okay, we're here. Oh, I've got a bag for the day. Got my headphones charged up, got a USB battery pack, van is dropped off. I'm just finishing off a coffee. I'm going to go to Asda and have a breakfast or something. The mechanic thinks it could be the turbo. I'm not happy because that's going to be expensive. He's had a brief look under the bonnet, but he's going to hold it in there today and assess it, give me a phone call later on and break the bad news to me. It's going to be bad, I know it is, but I can't afford a new van. I can afford to fix this van. I had a call from the garage and they're 99% sure it's the turbo, so I'm gonna have to dig deep and pay for that. That's probably the worst case scenario, I think, with the symptoms that I was having. I hoped it was just a head gasket, but they think it's worse. But anyway, they can't really tell until they take it apart, so it's booked in for Wednesday. So I'm going to be limping around until Wednesday. I book it in, it's booked in for first thing on Wednesday. They reckon they can get that done in a day, if it's that. If it's more than that, or if it's that and some other things, maybe longer, I'll have a chat with them and see exactly what the score is there. Maybe I'll book an Airbnb just in case. Yeah, it's just shit. It's shit. I can afford it. Well, no matter what it costs, because I'll just have to dip into the inheritance. I mean, I really was hoping to hold on to that, because I don't think that's quite what my dad had in mind when he gave us all our little share of the proceeds of the house. So sorry, Dad. Do you know what? I've had maybe the worst 5 nights or more sleep with this wind. Just constant wind, and it never stops. I'm shattered, worried about the van. The widthways bed, when the van shakes, I'm being shaken like that. So last night I dragged the mattress onto the floor. I slept on the floor lengthways, and so I was being shaken side to side. That seemed a bit better. Oh, it started. I've packed enough clothes for 2 nights, and some entertainment for me, for all my cameras and stuff, and I'll do some video editing. Yesterday I had my first contact lens consultation. I've got an up-to-date eye test. They've examined my eyes, and I'm going to go for daily disposables. So I think that dicking around with monthly lenses and solution and all of that while I'm living in the back of a van, no, it's not worth it. It's just asking for an eye infection. I've not long got over my last one. So yeah, contact lenses, get rid of these glasses. I'm sick and tired of these glasses. Constantly doing this. They fall off my face really easily. They're just not made to fit my head. Smoky, fucking hell. They've not opened the yard yet. I'll park up for a little bit. I'm about 25 minutes early anyway. I'll make a coffee in the back. Okay, so I'm walking to work. They are going to need an extra day. I've asked for a full service while it's in there as well. They've got to change the oil filter and the oil anyway, so they'll just change everything else. Some extra peace of mind, I guess. Yeah, pamper night, I think, at the hotel.
Classic British fashion, Reiniger plates fairy tale world with just a light box and a pair of scissors.
Just got off the phone from the garage. I've come out of work to do an errand and taken that phone call. The sump is rotten, so it's leaking oil that way. The diesel pump is pumping diesel out onto the street. The starter is close to failing, that's why it takes ages for it to start. The turbo's gone. There's more. And if so they'll have to take the engine out to do the work on it. So timing belt's got to be done. So yeah, forget about doing the service. The front tyres need replacing anyway. There's a boot there that's split. So all sort of MOT failure type things. The MOT was done back in
November.
We're looking at £2,500 to get that sorted. The van has a trade-in value of perhaps £2,000. I'm going back I'm going to go down and see them later on today. I'm wondering if they can. I don't know. I'm going to go down and see them anyway. I've got some thinking to do, because £2,500 they're going to need to keep it in for, I don't know, days and days and days. Into next week. So so I need to find somewhere to live in the meantime. It could be that I can buy a van, insure, register another van, be on the road quicker than they can repair it. So there's my update. I've got the van back. They've given me the keys back. They haven't charged me for the investigative work that they've done, or the work swatting up on what price everything was going to be as well, all the parts, and working out a price for me. They haven't charged me, but they've said that it's just not economically viable to spend money on this van, because he said because they've got to take the engine out to do all the work that is needed, because they got to, rather than he said he likened it to being a gynecologist. He said you just got to get your hands squeezed in there. So that's not going to happen, because he reckons that once they start taking it apart, they'll find more things that need replacing. So it starts at £2,600 to do the things that they think they need to do, and it goes up from there. So it's going to be the minimum of 2,600. Now he reckons that I can get maybe £2,000 part exchange against another van. I don't know if that's true. I don't know. It has some kind of value to someone. Someone will have it, but not a lot. I'm considering my options carefully, because I was naive when I bought this. I wanted to do the van life, and I was frustrated that I wasn't finding the ideal van. I bought this one. It was a lot of work to get it to a stage where I could start converting it Took me a couple of weeks just to clean it up and treat the rust, all of those other things. That was silly. Also, it's a maxi, which, yeah, it can carry a lot of weight, and I have been carrying a lot of weight, and not having to worry, and not having to be economical with my with the amount of weight that I put in the back. Just be able to chuck in what I like, because it can carry twice what a regular Ducato can. Downside of that, it's a class 7, so it costs more to insure, more to MOT, more to tax, more everything, more worse fuel economy. It's a 2.2 engine, so it's underpowered. I was a fool, basically, is what I'm saying. I've spent more on this van than you know about, because I felt a bit of a dick, really. And I didn't want to put anyone off, because most people are not going to be as daft as I was and buying such a junker. I think most of you are smart enough to be more careful with your money. I rushed into it. I rushed into a purchase because I knew the clock was ticking for my job. I knew the clock was ticking for the house sale. I expected it to have been sold before it actually was. I was expecting to have to get it all done before the inheritance, which never came. And I've been living with that decision since, and which is probably why I don't feature the van much, because I'm sick of this shit. Sick of it. I was going to refit the van in the spring, so with what is going to be a new van, I'll start from scratch. So Camp Quirky might be me just rocking up in an empty van with a mattress in the back. I'm rambling. This is just some boring shit, and I'm cranky and I'm tired, and I've had a week of not sleeping properly. Last night in the hotel was bliss, but I'm back in the van. I don't want that to, and I don't want a lack of sleep and just feeling really fucking fed up to influence my decision. I'm not going to go back to living in a flat or something, so that's not going to happen. So I'd say I'm committed to living like this, but I've just got to do it better next time.